Hello everyone and welcome. It is Lindis. Today I'm going to be showing off a build that's done by a guy named Shranks, and I'm going to be linking his Steam build and his YouTube and link down below, and you guys can check it out. I highly recommend checking out his Steam build post that he has. He goes into really good detail explaining the build's mechanics, what to do, and how the build really works. He did a really good job. So I wanted to showcase this build because I've had quite a lot of fun with it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a tier 400 run real quick. I'm gonna just show the last anomaly 3 and then the boss, just to kind of give you guys a taste of the clear speed and how well it handles bosses and stuff, and I'll kind of do a little bit of commentary over it. So here we go, and then after that I'll show the gear and skills, and I won't go into super detail like my other video because Shranks can cover that up pretty well, and I definitely recommend checking out his video as well. So yeah, it's just a showcase of his build and what I've done with it and how far I got. So here we go. Alright, so we're gonna go to all the way to what's this? Tier 400. Alright, yep, we'll go do that. Alright, coming up to the third anomaly. And one thing I really like about this build is pickup radius is absolutely ridiculous. One thing you want to do is group up. Gotta be careful of these guys. You want to group them up as tight as possible for the thorn damage to really start ramping up its DPS. So the tighter the group, the better. Is that 100%? Yeah. And then for bosses, I play a little safe with the bosses. I like to kite them a little bit. I think this guy will actually follow you. Yeah, he'll follow you. This guy can be a little sketchy sometimes. Watch me fail right here. You can be a little careless with this build too. It does have a ton of HP. And your HP, the more HP you put in, the more damage you actually get with your thorns. So it scales up pretty well. So yeah, that's tier 400. Pretty easy. Shranks did a really good job coming up with this. I like it. It's my favorite so far. Most fun I've had with any build so far. Alright, show off the armor and gems and all that. So I'll start off by showing the gear, and I'll show the helmet. We're going to be using the Reckoning set because the main thing we want is Thorns damage is dealt on hit. Here's the amulet. You're going to want to stack some holy damage. With the helmet, you want shadow resistance because it's going to buff our shadow resistance. Is actually being converted into holy damage. And then for the armor, you're going to want shadow resistance. And with these boots, this is where the shadow resistance is being converted into holy damage. So that's why we're converting shadow resistance. But Shranks goes into good detail explaining that. So for the amulet, you're going to want the splitting heartstone, which might be a little tough to get. So I would definitely recommend make sure you have all the greater runes and everything prepared for this before you actually try doing this build. Because yeah, some of this stuff, it's going to be a little hard to start scaling up the damage without some of this stuff. You're definitely going to need this shield because this is going to add a lot. damage, especially with the Nemesis Lesser Rune. Definitely gonna want that. And we're gonna move on to the sword. You're gonna want some reach, and you're gonna want some reach on your shield. I think Shrank actually went with mana regen. I just went with more reach because I actually didn't have a problem with mana regen, so maybe that's one improvement you could do. I just like having more reach, and I didn't need any more mana regen, so I just went with that. And then we're using the Jeopardy for more crit. Alright, so now let's go into the skills. I'm not going to go into super detail about all this, but I know the main thing you're going to want is Lingering Liberation and I think Aura Affinity. All the aura effects. I think there's one more in here somewhere. Well, yeah, you definitely want the gem strength one too. So let's go into redemption. 22 points into there. Then conviction, 14 points. Using salvation. Then wrath. Our main skill that we're going to be using to just attack is going to be Thunderblade. And vengeance, we're going to have 36 points into there. And that's about it. You're just basically stacking up thorn damage. And another thing I should probably point out is the good thing about this aspect of the ethereal is it has a chance to spawn these hellfires and twisters, which help also with the thorns. And that's about it. And I just wanted to thank Shrank for the build, and it was really fun. I had a blast with this. And hopefully I'll see you guys next time, and peace.